Laws of nature. Li, according to Feng Shui, is the general laws of nature. Ideally, according to this philosophy, we are but an ideal reflection of the heavens, a transient form of appearance. Everything terrestrial has its prototype. The harmony of color, light and shade is but a dim reflex of the ethereal plane. One must know that heaven rules earth. Together, heaven and earth influence living beings. Humans are able to influence these constituents of nature. And these are known as the Gunas. And the way in which these constituents of nature are able to be influenced are present in books such as the Picatrix. For example, this is done through subfumigations and the such, in accordance to the nature of what it is you're trying to achieve. Okay. Lastly, that the fortunes of the living rely upon the influence of the dead. The influences of heaven upon earth are the sun and the moon, along with the 12 signs of the Zodiac. The important calculation of heaven's influence upon earth. Each part of the Chinese Zodiac corresponds to an animal. The rat corresponds to Aries. The ox corresponds to Taurus. The tiger syncs up with Gemini. The hare, Cancer. The dragon corresponds to Leo. The snake corresponds to Virgo. The horse to Libra. Ram to Scorpio. Monkey to Sagittarius. The cock to Capricorn. The dog to Aquarius. The boar to Pisces. Asterisms 2,000 years ago. The zodiacal signs correspond to the asterisms. The Chinese, being unaware of the precession of the equinoxes, are perplexed, however, caring more for tradition than accuracy, ignore this, still representing the signs as they appeared 2,000 years ago. There are 24 seasons. They use the 12 signs to determine the 24 seasons of the year. The sun entering the 15th degree of Aquarius, February 5th, is the beginning of spring upon entering Pisces. February 19th, the rainy season sets in. The 15th degree of Pisces, March 5th, and sex gets excited. Aries, March 30th, the vernal equinox is present, followed by April the 5th by the term called, quote, bright and clear, unquote, Taurus. April 20th, bringing fructifying rain, and at the 5th of May, the beginning of summer. Gemini, May 21st, bringing the two terms, quote, the grain is filling, unquote, and June 6th, quote, the grain is in the ear, unquote, while in Cancer, the sun brings the two terms, the summer solstice, June 21st, and little heat, July 7th. The sun in Leo, June 23rd, the great heat begins August 7th, autumn sets in the sun in Virgo, August 23rd, heat is limited, and September 8th, white dew will fall. The sun in Libra. September 23rd, the autumn equinox commences, and in October 8th, cold dew descends. In Scorpio, October 23rd, frost falls, and in November 7th, winter comes. Sagittarius, November 22nd, little snow falls, and on December 7th, great snow. The sun setting in Capricorn, December 22nd, the winter solstice takes place. And in January 6th, a little cold sets in, the sun entering Aquarius. January 20th, great cold sets in, completing the circuit of the year. Next in importance to the 12 zodiacal signs is the Zodiac, the 28 constellations, which are divided into 4 portions. One of these are called the Azure Dragon, located in the east, comprising the first 7 constellations. Next, we have the Sable Warrior, the abode in the north. Third, the White Tiger, this being situated in the west. The last 7 belong to the Vermilion Bird, ruling the south. Aside from these 4 constellations, which are looked upon aside from the 28 constellations, the 5 planets known to the Chinese and occult virtues attributed to them play an important part in Feng Shui, with Jupiter said to reign in the east, benevolent in nature and ruling spring. In the south dwells Mars, commanding summer and favors propriety. Venus dwells in the west, ruling in the autumn, her province being decorum. In the north lies Mercury, ruling in winter, representative by wisdom. Saturn reigns in the middle of the earth, ruling midsummer, characterized by fidelity. Other heavenly bodies, which exercise an influence upon the planet, as the 5 planets form in addition to the sun and moon, the rulers of the seasons, along with the 7 stars of the Great Bear. Bear their quota being contributed to the direction of the seasons. This constellation has attracted the attention and poetical fancy of almost all the nations upon earth. But I have yet to hear of any people who have turned this particular group of stars into anything practical in the way of magic. The Chinese, looking upon the 7 stars of the Great Bear as the natural clock, the body of the Great Bear in ancient times is closer to the North Pole. The tail appears to move around the pole like the hand of a clock or watch. The Earth's surface forms the dial plate, which is divided into the horizon, which is 24 equal parts. When the tail of the Great Bear points at nightfall to the north, it is winter. The light of these stars is supposed to moreover to have great influence upon the earth, along with its inhabitants. The 7 stars are combined with the sun and moon, called the 9 luminaries of the world. Another set of stars, entitled the 9 stars of the bushel, also of great importance for the determination of lucky or unlucky aspects of any given location, along with its influence upon the fate of men. Quote, the 9 stars of the northern bushel. Unquote, the term is sometimes applied to the North Pole, to the Great Bear, or to one of the 28 constellations called the bushel. So this is a small presentation for now. I'm going to be I know I say this all the time, I'm going to be going into the topics a little bit more and reiterate on them a little